Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 25, where we have arguably our biggest game of the season. It is rivalry week and we're back with the Palmetto Series as we welcome number 14 Clemson to Williams-Brice. We have not forgot about last season. In Death Valley, the Tigers beat us 55-13. This is a chance for us to get some revenge. So hope you're excited for this one. If you are, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content, as we're almost done with Year 2 already. Clemson will start off with the football. That'll bring out Cade Klubnik and this Clemson offense. There's, your score from last season. We have not forgot the shellacking that took place in the upstate. Tigers will start off on the ground first. Here's Roman Hemby, who is a history maker here in Clemson. The first ever transfer to the Tigers. It seems like Dabo has finally relented, and the Maryland transfer will get the first touch of the day. He'll also get the second as he picks up 2. 2nd and 8 now in the gun, as it's another handoff to Hemby. And again, Clemson goes to the ground game. Interesting start. They face an early 3rd and 11, and they go draw play. Klubnik doesn't throw the ball at all in the first drive, and it's going to result in a punt. As we'll take a look at the Gamecock offense now after the interesting start for the Tigers. And Sellers will take the field. And they'll start off with a quick throw left side for the just highlighted man, Elik Ayomaner, the Stanford transfer, with a pickup of 6. He had 6 for 47 in the last game 2 weeks ago. 2nd and 4, here's a toss out to another transfer. This is Braylon McReynolds, the South Alabama transfer, who gets a nice pitch play, and he gets out to about midfield. 1st and 10, quick RPO. Here's Harbor, who gets by the defense, and Harbor speed. He's going to break away 51 yards for a touchdown. Well, how about this start for the Gamecocks? They already lead 7-0 after the quick strike to Harbor from Lenore Sellers. So Clemson's offense will take the field once more for their second drive as they're on their own 30. And again, they go to Hemby. Clemson's offense, I thought, would be more of a passing offense, but instead they've just done nothing but run the ball today, and they do it again on 2nd and 8. Hemby gets some space this time. He fights forward, just a yard shy. Big 3rd and 1, split backs here for Clemson. Hemby not in the game, and it's going to be a pitch outside, and he just stays in bounds. That'll be a first down on the speed option. Again, nothing but ground game. You have a Heisman candidate at quarterback, and you're not using him. Hemby checks back in. He picks up 4 on the ground. 2nd and 6 now. Gamecocks bring it one more man into the box, as now Klubnik will throw it, and he's going to be sacked immediately. TJ Sanders, Tracy Milton up the middle, bring him down. Now it's a 3rd and 12. Klubnik will throw for this one. They set up a screen for Hemby. He gets the blocks, and he gets outside. Big catch and run here for the halfback out to the 24. Big conversion there for Clemson. Keeps the drive alive as they go back to the ground here on 1st and 10. It's a loss of 3. Nice stop by Dylan Stewart. 2nd and 13. Clemson throwing it. Looks left side. Tough grab. It's caught. That is Troy Stellato with the grab, the impact receiver. 1st and 10, handoff. Hemby, nowhere to go. Loses 3 on the play. 2nd is 13, now 3rd and 10. And the gun is Klubnik. He's going to throw it. 4-man rush, has a man behind him, and he gets hit as he throws. Clemson will settle for 3. Gamecocks hold on to a lead. Second drive of the day for South Carolina. We'll start with a run. We'll see if they can capitalize off their first sort of drive, and it won't here as that's a sack. Wade Woodaz will bring him down, the senior with the sack on the day. Makes it now 3rd and 19. Sellers takes the snap, looks right side, and he gets intercepted. Picked off by the impact corner, Avian Terrell, for a pick 6. 18 yards out, and that is a huge momentum swing for the Tigers as the Gamecocks have dominated this game for the most part. And just like that, Clemson off a pick 6 has the lead. Fortunately, though, it'll stay at only 9. Nice blocked kick off some beamer ball. Makes it a 9-7 game. So South Carolina's offense will retake the field after the pick 6, and it won't start off well. Loss of 4 for McReynolds. Now a 3rd and 6. Sellers to throw, and he's going to be immediately hit as he throws, incomplete. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. We start off all Gamecocks, but is quickly turned to the tide of the Tigers as they lead 9-7. Currently have the football. as it is 2nd and 3 from their own 36. They'll hand it off to Hemby, who had 9 carries in the first quarter. He doesn't get it on second down. Makes it now 3rd and 1. As they will go to him again, and he won't get it. Cam Robinson, the transfer for Virginia, will stuff him shy. And gives the football back to the Gamecocks. From their own 35, McReynolds, nowhere to go up the middle. It's a good Clemson defense. They're showing it in the run game. Now 3rd and 7, they bring Harbor in motion. Sellers to throw, and he's going to be sacked. Woodis again brings down Sellers. He's got a sack and a half already. The offense stagnating a little bit as here's Clemson back on the field. They'll begin with a run, which has been the MO today. But unfortunately, it won't count. There's going to be a holding against the offense, which will back him up. It'll be the tight end, Marcus Dixon. So now 1st and 19, handoff Hemby. He gets the blocks on the outside. And Eamon takes a horrible angle, and that's going to break him free out to the 39 of South Carolina. I'm surprised Clemson's run the ball as much as they have today, but they've been very effective. Here's another good run for Hemby. He gets to the 23, 16. He's already at 92 for the day. 1st and 10, he checks out, and this is another good run. It's a first down right side before being tracked down by Willis. Clemson just running it at the Gamecocks defense. They'll do it again here on 1st down, but this time they only pick up 1. 2nd and 9, bunch to the left. It's a throw. Klubnik lobs it for the end zone, and it's a perfect dime. Caught for a touchdown. Antonio Williams with his 8th touchdown. He's been stepping in for the injured Tyler Brown. He has fully taken advantage of that this season. So now the Tigers lead 16-7 as South Carolina looks to find their footing back on offense, and after 2 runs, it's already 3rd down. 3rd and 3, Sellers to throw. Throw short for McReynolds. It's a foot race. He'll have the first down pushed out of bounds. 1st and 10, they bring him in motion out right side. Simon McAllister gets some good blocks, and that'll spring him for a gain of 20. Best drive since the first drive for South Carolina. As now they go back to McReynolds, who checks back in. Nice hole, picks up 7. 2nd and 3. This time Sellers will keep it, and he's stuffed. It's Wade Woodhouse, who's been all over the field today. Makes it a 3rd and 7. They bring Harbor in motion. Sellers sets up a screen for McReynolds, and it's going to be read to perfection by Khalil Barnes. South Carolina kicks 3. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Clemson up 16-10 with a chance to get some more points as here on 2nd and 15. That's caught short for a gain of 3. 3rd and 12. Set up a screen for Hemby. He will not get to the first down marker. South Carolina will burn a timeout, but nothing else would happen in the first half. And it's a 16-10 ball game going into the second half. Much closer than last year. South Carolina, don't forget, is giving Clemson 6 free ones. We'll see what happens in the second half. This is shaping up to be a pretty solid battle for both squads. Can we upset 14 Clemson? We'll start off with the football, at least in the second half. Is on 1st and 10. That was incomplete. Tried to find Nick Harbor. 2nd and 10. Short pass. Ayo Maynard. That's the 6-yard catch. Makes it 3rd and 4. Big 3rd down here. Sellers looks across the middle. He's got a wide open Tyshawn Russell who gets a first down. He's been quiet in recent weeks, but he's still been one of Sellers' most reliable targets. Here's a nice run for McReynolds as he finds the gap in the defense, and he picks up 13. Now into Clemson territory. 1st and 10. Screen for Harbor, who breaks away. And Nick Harbor's speed. He's going to get down the sideline. He gets pushed out of the 8. Big catch and run for Harbor, who sets it up goal to go here for South Carolina. They go to the ground game. Here's Howell on 1st down. He gains maybe 1. McReynolds checks back in. 2nd and goal. Sellers looks right side. That's going to be caught for a touchdown. Jared Brown holds on through contact as he has his first grab of the day. And he puts the Gamecocks back out in front, 17-16 in favor of the home team. So Clemson will take the field for the first time here in the second half, and they go back to the run as they pick up 1. We'll see if South Carolina can do a better job of stopping these ground attacks from Clemson. As here's a big hole here. As the answer to that question right there looks like a no. First down for the former Terrapin. Now 1st and 10. It's a screen pass. They have numbers on the outside, and they're going to pick up a first down and a lot more. Again, poor pursuit from Eamon Wari. He shouldn't have even engaged that blocker. Nice play there by Clemson. Keeps South Carolina on the back foot. Is now 1st and 10. They go to the air. Short pass. Hemby's hit down hard by Thomas. Loss of 2. 2nd and 12 now. It's a bubble screen trying to use the numbers again, and it will be a short pickup for Stellato. Now a big 3rd and 8, but we shortened the field for him. Willis, I don't know why you're giving the 4th down marker. You just jumped off sides. A neutral zone infraction will make it a 3rd and 3 as they bring a man in motion across the formation. Klubnik will look his way, and he's wide open for a touchdown. Antonio Williams gets lost across the formation. Collier can't keep up, and it's 6 points for Clemson. They regain the lead. It's now 22-17. They're going to try to go for 2, as it's a quick pass left side, and it's going to be about a centimeter short. So a 5-point lead here for the Tigers. South Carolina back with the football. Here's a nice catch and run for Harbaugh. Breaks the tackle, gets behind the defense. He's had a heck of a day. Out to the 24 of Clemson. 7 minutes to go. Changing the play up. They hand it off to McReynolds. He's bottled up. Loss of 1. The big men of Clemson get to him. 3rd and 9 now. Sellers steps up. He's going to run with it. Hasn't done this much today. It's a first down, as he's actually in the negative yardages in his rushing yards. Gain of 13 makes it 1st and goal. They go play fake. Sellers dumps it off short for Elskins, who can't stay in bounds. Might have had a little bit more. 2nd and goal now. South Carolina trying to analyze the defense, and they call a timeout. They didn't like the look. They'll burn the first and come out in a fresh set. Elskins across formation. Handoff for McReynolds. He powers forward. He gets down to the 2 and a big 3rd and goal. Sellers in the gun. He'll hand it off for McReynolds. He's going to fight into the end zone for a touchdown. South Carolina back out on top as this one continues to be a back and forth game. They're going to go for 2 now. Sellers keeps it. He won't get it. So it's 23-22. Clemson now back with the football. Screen. They're trying to throw the football a little bit more. It's a gain of 4 for Troy Stellato. 2nd and 6. Play fake. Catches South Carolina off guard. There's a man wide open on the right side. It's Brian Wesco, and he's going to go the distance. Touchdown Clemson. But it unfortunately will not count for the Tigers. Very fortunate for us. A holding against Roman Hemby in the backfield negates the play. So 2nd and 16, they'll hand it to him, and he gets stuffed after a gain of 2. And now a big 3rd and 14. They try to set up the mid-screen. There's nothing there. It's a punt away to the Gamecocks, who are now in the driver's seat, but they're going to start off going backwards. After a loss of 2, it's now 3rd and 9 as they look short, and that's going to be a 3 and out for the Gamecocks, which will take us to the final quarter of play. South Carolina up by 1. Can they knock off number 14 Clemson and really shake up these rankings, which will have a ton of huge matchups we'll look at later? Start off the 4th quarter, 2nd and 9 for Clemson. It's a play fake. Klubnik wide open in the second level. It's going to be caught for Bryant Westgrove, who gets his first catch since week 9. It's a long time. 1st and 10. Now we'll bring a man in motion. Klubnik really starting to sling it as it goes right through the hands of Mayo. That could have been a huge pick for the senior corner. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. Clemson the pistol. They'll throw again. Right side. And this time, Floyd gets his hands on it. 2 should have been interceptions. Leads to now 3rd and 10. Clemson gets another chance here. They go play fake again, and this time Klubnik's going to go down. Dylan Stewart with the pressure. That'll force a 50-yard field goal try for kicker Robert Gunn, and he will drill it right down the middle. Clemson back out on top. They lead 25-23. Can South Carolina answer? 1st and 10. Nice strike to Harbaugh, but it's not going to count. It was like a half-second throw play, and there was a hold against Henry on that right tackle spot. Unfortunate turn of events there for the Gamecocks. Now sets them back 1st and 20. They go to the ground, nowhere to go for McReynolds, and this drive's already in a detriment. It's 3rd and 19 now. Sellers in the gun will throw it. Quick pass right side, and he gets intercepted. Picked off by Kobe McLeod, who's starting in replace the injured Sammy Brown. And he gets a big opportunity here for the Tigers. Sellers too quick with it. Throws his second INT of the day. In the very next play, Hemby out of the backfield will find the end zone. Clemson knocking all of the air outs of the Williams-Brice Stadium. They take their largest lead since the second quarter. It's 32-23, 9 points as we come up inside less than 10 minutes. But McReynolds is going to break tackles here, and he is going to go the distance. 68 yards for McReynolds with breakaway speed. Well, that'll help. Gamecocks, just like that, will cut the deficit to within 2. So Clemson will get back on the field. Here's a screen left side. Klubnik really starting to pass it more, as it seems like Clemson wanted to lure South Carolina to sleep in the run game before opening up the passing lanes. 2nd and 8. Here's Hemby on the ground. He gets stood up. Stewart and company there. And a big 3rd and 5. You could really force him off the field. That'd be huge. Klubnik to throw. Backs up. Fires across the middle. He's got a man open. Caught by TJ Moore, the former 5-star from Key West, Florida, who has 0 catches going into this game, mind you. He gets a big one here for the Tigers. Now 1st and 10 from the 43 of South Carolina. There's a nice 9.5 catch. 2nd inches, play fake again. Klubnik short. That one's caught. Here's Antonio Williams off the catch and run. He's got Clemson in the red zone. Clay Klubnik up to 277 now in the air. Quick pass up the middle on 1st and 10 is caught for a touchdown. And Clemson will get the points right back as they retake a 2-score lead, 39-30. And South Carolina will look to answer again. That's a nice defensive play by Shelton Lewis. 2nd and 10. Sellers to throw right side. Tough grab. It's made for a gain of 3. That pushes Sellers over the 300-yard mark. 3rd and 5. Sellers quickly steps up. He fires. Has Russell. Great job by Sellers to see the spy. Throws it over him. Tyshawn Russell with a big reception. 1st and 10. How about a reverse for Russell? We haven't called that very often this year, and maybe that's why. It's a loss of 1. 3rd and 10 now for the Gamecocks. They go play fake. Sellers in the pocket. Gets hit as he throws. They'll settle for 3, but that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Down by 6. You need a stop here. You cannot allow Clemson to get a 1st down. So you get the stop on 1st down. 2nd and 5. We use our 2nd timeout. In the pistol, handoff Hemby right side. He will not get there. And more importantly, there's a flag down. It's going to back him up 10 yards. A holding against the right guard, Harris Sewell. And that's big. So we'll accept it's now 2nd and 11. As we'll retry it. Hemby will get stuffed in the backfield. So it's a big 3rd and 14. We just need one more stop. I don't even know if they're in field goal range. They hand it off right side for Hemby. And he gets the perfect block. And he's going to ice the game. A huge run on 3rd and 14 will end it, and Clemson will escape Columbia with a victory 39-33. Just shocking and stunning the crowd here in Columbia. As the Clemson Tigers will extend their series lead. They have 76 wins, 3 in a row. Just a tough loss for the Gamecocks, man. They played so much better than they did last season. But the 2 INTs and the inability to stop the ground game, out of all things, from Clemson proved to be costly. They eventually got the passing game going. They lured us to sleep with the run. And they pick up the victory. We fall to 6-6. And we'll see if we make a bowl game. Because remember last year, we went 7-5 and didn't get the invitation. So unfortunate turn of events here for the Gamecocks. So we'll sim through the rest of the week, and we get some good news in the recruiting section. We finally add another quarterback, LaShawn Ivy, or actually an athlete from J.L. Mann High School in Greenville, South Carolina commit. So we get another quarterback from J.L. Mann. If you remember last year, we got Matt Cockrell from them. He's a solid athlete. He's a gem. He's got some speed. He's got a pretty solid arm. I'm kind of excited to see what LaShawn Ivy can do here in Columbia if given the chance. We also get Dylan Stewart, SEC Defensive Player of the Week. He had 4 tackles for loss and a sack, so another time getting the award for him. That's multiple. Big games around the country. Michigan again will beat Ohio State. Wolverines now dominate that rivalry. Texas knocks off A&M, so number 3 Aggies go down, and so does NC State, losing at home 30-7. The Wolfpack of just a couple weeks ago were the best team in the country. They might not even make the playoff now. It's rivalry week. We'll take a look at the scores in the Egg Bowl. Mississippi State will knock off Ole Miss. Cincinnati in the Big 12 will knock off Baylor, as well as TCU over West Virginia. Iowa over Nebraska in the Heroes game. We just saw North Carolina on Friday knock off NC State. Troy over James Madison as we get into the Saturday slate of games. And then Oklahoma State over Houston. Marshall over Arkansas State. Georgia continues to dominate Georgia Tech, and it's not even close, 42-13. Northwestern bullies Illinois, 52-23. Michigan again gets another win over the Buckeyes. I think that's 3 in a row now. Jacksonville State over Sam Houston in the Conference USA. In the Commonwealth Clash, Virginia Tech over Virginia. Tennessee survives a scare against Vanderbilt, 23-21. Western Kentucky will knock off New Mexico State. Old Dominion bounces back with a victory over Coastal Carolina. Missouri with a tough, close matchup. They knock off Arkansas. App State doubles up Georgia Southern. Miami over SMU keeps the Mustangs from getting bowl eligible. Kentucky knocks off Louisville, also keeps the rivals from getting bowl eligible. Colorado, another close win over BYU. That's been Buffalo's mantra this year. Texas over Texas A&M. We saw that score. Louisiana Tech squeaks one out against UTEP, robbing the Miners of a bowl game. Texas State back in the rankings. They knock off Georgia State. We see Tulane get it done against Charlotte. A lot of 5-win teams lost this week. Washington over Rutgers. Army knocks off East Carolina. Another example of that. Fresno State locks in a Mountain West matchup as they beat Hawaii. Oregon State wins the Pac-2 over Washington State. Oregon knocks off number 1 Penn State. The Nittany Lions go down in the game of the week. Shake up at the top of the polls this week. LSU over Oklahoma. They win by a tutty. UAB over USF. Kansas State knocks off Iowa State. Wisconsin back in the rankings. They beat Minnesota. We see Pittsburgh over Boston College. Texas Tech with another win against Kansas. They didn't lose those 3 games in a row. The Red Raiders season would be looking a lot better. San Jose State over Wyoming. Miami, Ohio continues to be the class of the MAC over Northern Illinois. UTSA over Tulsa. Boise State locks in a rematch against Fresno State, dominating Utah State. Stanford knocks off their rivals, the Fighting Irish, 24-18. UConn over Kent State. Toledo gets back to the MAC as they knock off Ohio. Colorado State over Air Force in a close one. Temple knocks off Navy. Florida dominates over Florida State, 29-14, puts the Gators at rank 23. Maryland over Michigan State by 6. We see it North Texas over FAU. USC dominates UCLA 66 in the Battle of LA over UCLA. That's a big win. Ball State knocks off Buffalo. Bama survives in the Iron Bowl against Auburn. We see Louisiana knock off South Alabama 28-24. Cal, now a top 4 team with a victory over the Blue Devils. Purdue over Indiana. Clemson we saw knock off us. Kennesaw State, they get bowl eligible in only their 2nd FBS season. Go Owls. And then Arizona State over Arizona. Here are your players of the week. Wood has got it, considering he dominated us with 2.5 sacks, while William Fowles in Appalachian State had 12 for 198 and 3 receiving touchdowns. SEC, we know, it was Dylan Stewart on the defensive. While offensively, it was London Humphreys. Wide receivers just continue to dominate the sim in College Football 25. Here are your new rankings. The Wolverines back on top. Oregon up to 2. I mean, Penn State went down. Texas A&M as well. A little bit of shake-up here at the top as Kentucky enters the top 10. Clemson up to 12. Ohio State also went down, as well as NC State. But we still have a conference championship week to get through. So these rankings still are subjected to change. We also have the Sim the Army-Navy week, and we actually get a lot of recruits commit on this week. 4-star Wade Mannon from Fayetteville, North Carolina, has committed to the Gamecocks. He's not the only one as well. We also get another recruit right after him in the form of Alfonso Bird, a 3-star from Brentwood, Tennessee. Again, I can't check their ratings now considering it's the conference championship week. Then we also get safety James Eskridge from Douglasville, Georgia. So 3 commits this week as we continue to pile up some of the recruits. Navy wins the game against Army 26-18 to keep the Black Knights from becoming bowl eligible. A tough loss there for Army. Here's a look at the college football bracket going into conference championship week. Again, a lot could change here, considering a lot of these teams are, of course, going to be in that game week. Heisman finalists, we haven't looked at this a lot this season, but here are the finalists. Cade Klubnik is a finalist for the Heisman, as well as Alex Orji, leading number 1 in Michigan. It's an orgy party out there in Ann Arbor. Malachi Nelson out there in Boise State. Only a redshirt sophomore, by the way. Nico Elimieva has had a great season for Tennessee. And then Ty Simpson stepping in for Alabama with the transfer of Milroe gets it. Here are your conference championship games. In the next episode, we'll see these Western Kentucky and Jacksonville State in the Conference USA. The MAC, it'll be Toledo versus Miami, Ohio to see who can get it done. In the Big 12, Kansas State versus UCF. And honestly, the winner is probably going to make the playoff. The loser will not. In the Sun Belt, Texas State will take on Old Dominion. SEC, Alabama, Texas, the Jalen Milroe revenge game. You couldn't have drew it up any better than that. The AAC, number 7 now, UAB will play UTSA. They just need one more win to make the playoff. Mountain West, it's a rematch. Boise State gave Fresno State their only loss of the season. The Bulldogs want to avenge it. Big 10, number 1, Michigan, number 8, USC, and then the ACC, Clemson and Cal. The Golden Bears will be in the championship game. As far as where we're looking at bowl-wise, we actually are projected to go to a bowl. We're projected right now against Wisconsin in the Music City Bowl. We'll find out in the next episode if that is actually going to come to fruition. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.